Have you ever felt unstoppable for a few days? You start something new, going to the gym, waking up early, studying, creating. You feel powerful. You think, this time I'm really going to change. But then, just a few days later, the motivation fades, and you stop. You don't even know why. It's not that you don't care anymore. It's that the fire you had simply disappeared. And you're left wondering, what's wrong with me? The truth is, nothing's wrong with you. You just fell for one of the biggest illusions in self-improvement. The illusion of motivation. Motivation feels like energy. It's that rush of excitement that pushes you to start. But here's the problem. Motivation is unstable. It's emotion. And emotions, by nature, are temporary. You can't build a lasting change on something that comes and goes. You wouldn't build a house on sand, right? Then why do we keep building our goals on motivation? Real progress doesn't come from being motivated. It comes from being consistent, especially when you don't feel like it. Let's break this down. Imagine your motivation as a wave. It rises high, full of power, and then it crashes. What happens after it crashes determines everything. Most people stop and the wave disappears. But the few who keep going, they're the ones who actually change, because they've learned that discipline begins exactly when motivation ends. But here's the tricky part. Discipline isn't natural. Our brains are wired for comfort, not progress. We're designed to save energy, avoid pain, and seek pleasure. So when you decide to change, you wake up early, eat healthy, study, create, you're going against millions of years of evolution. No wonder it's hard. So, how do you win against your own brain? It starts small, really small. Most people fail because they start too big. They set impossible standards. I'll go to the gym every day. I'll read 50 pages every night. I'll work for 8 hours straight. But that's not discipline. That's self-punishment. Discipline grows the same way a muscle does, slowly, through small wins. And that's where the 2-minute rule comes in. It's simple. Whenever you start a new habit, make it so easy it takes less than 2 minutes to do. Want to start reading? Read 1 page. Want to exercise? Do 1 push-up. Want to meditate? Breathe deeply for 2 minutes. You're not trying to change your life instantly. You're trying to prove to yourself that you can start. Because once you start, you build momentum. And momentum is more powerful than motivation. It's the same principle used in business. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. And the hardest part of motion is the beginning, but here's where it gets even deeper. Discipline isn't about forcing yourself to do hard things every day. It's about designing an environment where doing the right thing becomes easier. If your phone is full of distractions, delete 1 app. If you want to eat healthier, don't rely on willpower. Just don't buy junk food if you want to wake up early. Put your alarm far from your bed. You don't need more self-control. You need less temptation. People think strong discipline means fighting urges every second of the day. But real discipline means you build a life where you don't have to fight so much. You've built systems that protect your focus. Now, let's talk about something no one mentions. Identity. You can build habits, routines, and systems. But if your identity doesn't change, they'll eventually fall apart. Think about it. If you tell yourself, I'm a lazy person trying to be productive, you'll always return to laziness. But if you start saying, I'm the kind of person who keeps promises to myself, everything shifts. Your habits will follow your identity, not the other way around. So the real question isn't, how can I be disciplined? It's, who do I want to become? If you see yourself as someone who trains, you'll naturally go to the gym. If you see yourself as someone who learns, you'll naturally read and study. If you see yourself as someone who creates, you'll naturally build and share. Your actions are a reflection of how you see yourself. So, if you want to change your actions, change your self-image first. There's another trap people fall into, waiting to feel ready. But you'll never feel ready. The fear, the doubt, the discomfort, they're all part of the process. Every person you admire, the athlete, the artist, the entrepreneur, they didn't start because they were ready. They started because they were tired of waiting. Action creates clarity. Clarity builds confidence. And confidence creates momentum. That's the cycle. But most people never experience it because they wait for motivation first. Don't wait to feel like it. Start even when you don't, especially when you don't. If this